Now, you've seen lifeless, breathless cities before, but are you ready for a living, breathing city?
Well, I mean, the only ones I've seen so far have been the Caesar games, SimCity, and...
Body Harvest on the N64, which was by DMA Design as well. Was it Body Harvest? I think that's what it's called. This is 2001's Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yep.
From the Lemmings creators, DMA Design.
Yeah. They did a couple of top-down games in this series before. Kind of interesting, but, nothing groundbreaking.
Fascinated to find out what they've got in store for us here in 2001.
So this is the third one after Small Theft Auto 3 and Medium Theft Auto 3.
Yeah, that's how they've been titling
Grand Theft
them.
Auto 3.
Yeah.
Sure.
Venti Theft Auto 3 next. They're ridiculous the way they name these things. So... This is the definitive...
Don't you mock me.
Just give me a regular Theft Auto.
Yeah, well, I got to know about...
With fucking dairy milk, mate.
Vegans. So this is,
That's you.
The
That's
remaster.
you.
This is me introducing you to the remaster, the definitive edition of Grand Theft Auto 3.
That's me, I'm going to say.
And
it's just hanging out in the red light district. Interesting.
Yeah.
And this is picked up where you've been playing, Nox, so...
Yeah.
All right. Well, this looks like basically how I remember it. All memories of how this game originally looked have left my brain.
Okay.
And now I'm like, oh yeah, this is Grand Theft Auto 3.
This basically is with higher quality textures.
Yeah.
Weirder lighting.
Yep.
And a higher but less consistent frame rate.
Yeah, the high frame rate on a game that I remember playing 19 years ago is kind of making me feel weird.
Yeah.
You adjust to that and then start to feel weird again because it will dip sometimes. So there's two different modes. There's a Fidelity Mode and a performance one. I'm on performance here.
When are you going into the remaster to show us what that looks like?
Yeah.
We'll do it soon.
Ammunition.
But
all the hits.
It's all the same textures even. They've just gone in and recreated them in
higher res.
MS Paint. From the look of some of them. I mean, 3 definitely had worse visuals than Vice City and San Andreas, both of which have also been remastered and we'll have a look at in a minute too.
But yeah, 3 was just like, oh, hey, it's in 3D now and isn't that cool? And at the time it was like, this is mind-blowingly cool.
Yeah.
So, this sort of stuff is the most noticeable thing for me, especially when we move over to San Andreas, where the draw distance is way better. The detail, I don't want to use the word detail because look at those houses.
Yeah.
But the
visibility, right?
The visibility.
This looks less realistic than Simpsons Hit and Run.
I honestly, so just to get it out the way up front, I do not think these are good remasters. And I do not think they've done a high-effort job here.
Yeah, it looks very empty and bare, like a lot of kind of lower-budget remasters tend to look, or fan remasters.
Yes.
You can't add in curated detail, so it's just textures.
The fan remaster is the thing I would equate this to, where you get those trailers for old games where they're like, we remade Majora's Mask in Unreal Engine, that sort of thing. This reeks of that, of 2019 high-res texture pack, GTA, YouTube.com, go to,
I mean, that's what the title of the video should be.
Yeah, they remade this in Unreal Engine, and they want $100 for it. I'd say they were making it in Get Real Engine.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'll say,
Got a cramp.
So, okay.
It's pretty weird seeing these areas so clearly. I remember exactly, the auto shop and, all of this stuff is stuck in my memory.
Look at that trash.
And it is weird to see it as tiled Photoshop texture.
And
I've been trying to work out what that was that you were standing on. Is it meant to be garbage?
Meant to be garbage.
Yeah,
I thought it was a big pile of steel wool.
It's metallic garbage.
Yeah.
It's an auto wrecker.
So you could hang it out
much
next
of
to
it
the
there
dishes.
Yeah.
This little cunny's doing his washing.
Yeah, I really don't think that it works. This weird middle ground they've got between this is the original game running here. The way those cars whip around the corners there and that stuff.
Yep.
It's weird to see kind of the edges be pretty crisp and the lighting be pretty good. The lighting looks to be the thing that has had the most and noticeable upgrade to it.
Yeah.
But then everything else just be really shitty and it makes
Yeah.
those effects just look super weird.
Right.
You can really see how bad these textures look now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really brought them out. And the lighting looks strange because it seems like it's I don't know if it's a generic Unreal thing that they've kind of just plugged in over the top. But it doesn't gel well, and it makes the whole thing feel a bit odd.
You're right. It does look like a hack. It doesn't look like this has been made by a team that has full access to every asset of the original game.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
$100 billion. Like, if Grand Theft Auto Online
Yeah.
is as massive as it is and leads to this, then they are not utilizing the full extent of their resources.
If this was done really, really well, they would have made heaps of... Like, it would have been a profit maker. Like, it wouldn't be a investment of like, oh, I guess we have to finally upgrade these old games. It's like... It could have been a real asset, and this is
Get in that.
the bare minimum, I reckon.
Fuck.
Let's just play. I mean, okay.
Yeah, let's play a mission.
We've said enough
Well,
on how shitty it looks. Let's kind of find out what it's like to
Okay.
play. Because I still am tempted, having never played these.
Yeah.
This does still seem like the best way to do it, I guess.
Probably. I don't know. They've upgraded the controls as well, which is the reason that I have not
so
replayed those older ones.
not
Yeah.
hugely.
No, and I read that last night.
Yeah.
It's minimal.
That is my probably biggest
Ooh, mouse.
surprise with this. I thought in the trailers that it looked a little
What is
off
mouse?
graphically.
Yeah.
Right.
But, like, so for example, we're playing on a PS5 right now, and
Yeah.
the triggers don't do anything. They're not doing the PS5 trigger stuff.
Right.
Oh, sure.
They're just loose and nothing, which, whatever, but it's annoying.
Oh, there you go. I mean,
This is what you play.
No,
2001 is back, by the way. Yeah.
none of that stuff matters when you got good shit like this on the screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely haven't changed anything content-wise, to my knowledge, other than in Vice City and San Andreas, a bit of the music is gone,
Oh, okay.
not
Okay.
replaced, gone.
Yeah, right.
That was the big thing that they had been weirdly silent on in the lead up to.
Yeah,
I want compensation for this.
I love this cutscene where they couldn't be bothered animating him, so they just gave you a note instead with a voiceover. Yeah, it's all there and it's all the same, but it's certainly not
Pick up the bat, mate.
massively. Oh, I thought it was just saying I wasn't reading the bottom of the screen. The screen real estate is so huge now.
I remember really at the time not being into the idea that this had gone 3D.
That's
Right.
interesting.
I loved the top-down ones, and I just was like, I don't want to. I liked being able to see more of the screen and the area around you, and the streets nearby. I remember thinking like, what a flash in the pan. This is going to flop massively for them.
To the extent where you never even played them.
Yeah.
So,
To the extent where I stayed away from the hardware that could run them, purely because of that. But now that these remasters have come out and they seem to be a bit shitty, I feel like I've been really vindicated.
yeah, you made the right choice.
History has proven me correct.
There we go. I beat
that
him
was
up
the
with that
goal.
bat. Yeah.
I thought that was a rogue action.
Nah. A car is nature's bat.
Double clef FM.
So this is some of the new stuff they've got. Like you can, that's the handbrake. Hold this, and you've got
Oh, yeah,
your
the radio.
GTA
Right.
5 wheel and all of that. But that's not massive. And you
Yeah.
see that? You see how it kind of just
Yeah,
slowed down a bit there on a fucking PS5?
that's pretty nuts.
It's really weird. It's really weird. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Like, look at that kind of choppiness that it's got. I thought that was destructible because I'm used to the modern day Forza
Oh,
Yeah.
level of destructibility.
Everything's
which is,
destructible.
Yeah, the entirety of Mexico is
Yeah.
destructible. So after this, I'm going to put in a cheat and we're going to try out some guns as well to show off the
Nice.
shooting.
Great.
All right. I guess I'll show you here while we're doing this mission too.
Oh.
You've got
Oh, yeah.
there's all these options which most of them I've turned off, but let's turn them all
Turn
on.
them all on, yeah.
And then do a Fidelity mode.
Hell yeah.
So you ready for?
John Cusack?
My God.
Isn't that weird? Like, I get that they've upgraded it or whatever, and it's running at 4K, good for you. This is a PS2 game.
Yeah.
And
they
they can't do 60 frames with everything turned up.
No. And like 30 is I'm not as put off by 30 frames a second as a lot of people seem to be. But I don't understand how it is the case in this particular instance.
Yeah.
Look at the 4 polygons in that guy. And
I
tell
went
me,
looking for any reviews or anything this morning, and I found an article saying why the Nintendo Switch might be the best place to play the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition Trilogy.
because it's
And
literally your only option.
Well, it was the entire... I was like, oh, okay, maybe there's features, or maybe it does run kind of fine on the Switch or whatever. The entire article was literally just... So the Switch is a console that you can have in the home, but you can also pick it up and take it on the go. So you could play Grand Theft Auto mid-mission and then take it on the bus with you.
Whoa!
It's like, oh my God. Wait, it comes out of that little plastic thing that's next to the TV?
So this is like the performance mode, but with all of those sort of settings are on by default when you start it.
Yeah, this
Right.
looks better.
Yeah. It does, and it runs better, but dropping at all seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
For a performance mode for this particular game. Let me look up. So I looked
cheat?
at some cheats before this, and I'm going to show you a bit of shooting out here
Hell yeah.
next to the police.
Stand in the middle of the road.
What are they called?
Station.
Station. I was
About
I,
to say police house.
department, but I guess it's because it says department there
yeah,
on the
yep.
on the sign.
Yep.
The police shack.
Well, they use different lingo in Liberty City, perhaps. But yeah, it just looks... Yeah, it's really for something that is all about like, yeah, you can go anywhere and you can do anything and you're meant to really invest in living in this world. It just feels... Yeah, it feels kind of lifeless.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, good note as well. If you're looking to do cheats in this, oops, I turned on the terms and conditions of my television. You won't see that in the recording, but
You still haven't accepted them.
look,
You just
this is in the
cancelled out.
fucking performance mode.
Yeah.
Isn't this crazy? I don't know. I hope it comes through as clearly in the video.
I
as-
can't tell. This
Oh,
looks
man.
fine.
Okay.
This looks fine to me.
But
But it looked terrible in the fidelity mode.
it noticeably drops frames. So,
All right.
what do you want to see?
Let's see some explosions. See how it handles that.
Okay. There you
So-
go. That's an explosion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the
second
lighting
it's-
is sick, but the fire effects and the level of detail make it look very old.
And the lighting being good, I think, is down to it just purely that switch over to the Unreal
Yeah.
Engine. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
for sure.
it looks like the same. Is this lady after me? So,
Yeah, it looked like it. Oh,
by default, you've got this like aim assist mode. Where
cool. That's good.
The problem is that it's kind of the worst of both worlds,
Oh,
where it locks on and then you can change the lock on, like in GTA 3, and then technically you can free aim, but you have to hold the stick off of someone for so long
yeah.
that it just changes targets before you even do that, so you're
Right.
not able to manually aim unless you change it to free aim, in which case you can't lock on, which the game wasn't built for, so it
Yeah.
doesn't work super well.
Yeah.
Where am I going?
Only on PC.
So, oh, that's not it. Where am I going?
What are you doing?
Gameplay?
What's happening?
Maybe it was in gameplay. Yeah, targeting. Here we go. So,
Free guy.
and then this is, oh shit.
You're about to die, brother.
Not if I have anything to. Whoop.
Not if I lie on the ground here.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think the controls have been improved massively. I think that the PC version might be better with a mouse and keyboard type of thing, like it was for the originals.
Yeah.
in
I
some
played
ways
this
for
on
that.
the PC. I just remembered when you said that this was a PS2 game. I was like, I didn't have a PS2.
Right. You fucking liar.
I ain't got
but-
no PS2.
Yeah, I played this on the PC and it was good.
So you see how the frame rate improved as we got away from
Yeah,
all
you
that
just need to
light
get out of
Yeah.
headlights.
You just need to get away from the fun stuff.
Yeah. And there's no way to turn headlights on or off or anything like that. Like, not that that's a huge deal because it wasn't in the original game, but it is a lot more noticeable when you've got this crazy new lighting.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to shut them off, but
Yep.
you can't. So
Pull up on the cliff side, turn off the headlights, and have a little cry.
that's the idea. Put on K-Rock
Yes.
and never admit that it happened.
Yeah. No, I used to listen to the Talkback station all the time.
Yeah.
I think it was piss funny.
Laszlo.
He's
back.
He's a real person, right? In the company? Yeah.
That's another thing about this is that the audio is exactly the same. So when you're in those cutscenes, we couldn't really hear it before because of the way we're recording. You are listening to compressed files from the start of the turn of the century.
Yeah.
So that
a little
has
jump.
definitely not been. All right, here we go.
Nice. That's remained the same. Perfect.
All right, let's get rid of this helicopter.
Rocket launch the helicopter.
And then how about we skip town and go down to Miami?
The 80s.
Yeah. They'll never find me here.
Can you try and get 6 stars?
Yeah, right. I'm not sure if that's possible when you've only unlocked the first island from memory.
Oh, you might be right.
I think that
You'd like to hope this would be doing it.
That bright orange that just goes everywhere looks so bizarre.
The magical sprites, yeah.
There you go. So it looks better.
Yeah.
In some ways.
I mean, compared to the original, it looks a million times better.
As it should.
It just doesn't look as good as you would have hoped it would look coming out in 2021.
Yeah, I do also think that it just stylistically looks a bit weird with the mixture of the way that the mixture of original and new has interacted looks a little, not Uncanny Valley, but a little creepy and off to me.
I think very Uncanny Valley. Is this rain or have you just paused this part of the game heaps?
Fuck.
That's pretty good.
You definitely need to have played the original to get that joke. Preferably when you're about 45 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, I died.
Only 70s kids will get this one.
All right, we'll see you in Vice City. Do you want investigative reporting with a cool edge? Then welcome to Vice City.
God, imagine living in Vice City. Everyone's like a 45-year-old dude wearing, like a snapback.
Yeah.
Sleeve tattoos.
Everyone coming to your fucking improv shows on acid. That's every day. Every single thing they all do is swap improv shows and drugs.
Yeah, and harass their employees.
Yeah. So it's time for us to
clean up the streets of Vice City.
Yeah.
No more.
Get out there. Oh, I knew there'd be pedestrians. Get it?
Yeah.
Pedestrian. Yeah.
Yep.
This looks like St Kilda.
It does.
It looks... fuck it, that's weird.
Yeah, Miami...
I lived in Elwood for a while. This looks exactly like the St Kilda Esplanade.
Yeah, they've...
Holy shit.
Got the same... what's the opposite of sensibilities?
Non-sensibilities.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is Vice City. This is the...
Beach is fucking big, though.
The second in the trilogy.
Where's the ocean?
Yeah, it's over there somewhere.
Is that a desert?
There. Fuck, the tide's pretty far out.
Yeah, you never been to Miami?
Ocean view? Not likely from that window.
Well, I bloody June view, mate.
So...
What am I at Hoyts?
Where should we go? What should we do? What do you want to see?
Should we crack a mission and then go on a bit of a spree? Okay. Yeah, I love the green police cars. I forgot all about them.
This looks a lot better than 3. Not that that's saying much.
Stylistically, it feels like there's much more of a cohesion to it. It still looks pretty bare and empty.
Yeah.
It's a lot more colourful. I mean, I think it echoes definitely what the two were like at the time and compared to each other. They, actually, let's...
Get on a moped?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. This was new in Vice City.
It was. This and helicopters, I think. They changed the name. Okay. This used to be named a different thing.
Ah.
And I'm not going to say what it was for risk of demonetization.
Okay.
But they have
Jeffrey Epstein Innocent? That was a weird name for a moped.
So, you'll get missions from here later. It's Vice City. Yeah, okay, let's go to the lawyer's office.
Yeah, this already looks better, more fun, more, of a definite aesthetic.
For sure. I would say that is, down to the game rather than any difference in quality of the remaster jobs.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if San Andreas is as good as this, then I'm almost thinking, this is good.
Yeah.
Like, maybe GTA 3 is just too old.
This and San Andreas were the two I was going to be playing if I got this
Not a lot of
3 I
pedestrians,
wasn't going
though.
to bother with.
Yeah.
Worth pointing out that 3 is free on PS Now and San Andreas is on Game Pass.
Oh, yeah.
So Vice City only obtainable by buying all 3 at once.
Yeah.
I have been sitting in this chair.
Which is a shame. Like, if you're on Xbox and have Game Pass, you are paying for 2 of them, but still paying a full price game amount, you know?
Yeah.
Bit of a weird... To not separate them out seems annoying.
Yeah.
When they are separating them out for those subscription services.
Yeah.
Yes. And they're currently, like, the old versions are separate, obviously.
Well, and the apps that we've been launching, they're separate games in your thing.
Yeah,
like, you're
yeah.
not going into one game that is then...
Yeah.
So you just have to buy them bundled together. Currently, maybe they'll change that up later.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. Let me think.
Who votes for skipping this cutscene? We get the idea,
Me.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
The cutscenes are much better in Vice City, though.
Yeah. The story gets more and more interesting between the 3 for sure. Like, it's very bare in 3.
Also, is that Ray Liotta as this guy?
Uh-huh.
Tommy Vercetti? Yeah. So,
Ray's
yeah.
back. I think they might have changed the voice actor for Sweet, who
Okay.
is CJ's brother, I think, in San Andreas.
Right.
I think that might have happened. I don't know why, and I don't know if that's so.
Why did you say it then?
Because I had a feeling that it was a different guy when I heard him talking yesterday. But it was
okay.
like, it's hearing someone from almost 20 years in your past talk.
Wait a minute. I don't recognize that voice.
Yeah.
You're not my dad at all. Fuck off.
I'm on the wrong episode of So This Is Your Life. But this will be a great part for my episode of So This Is Your Life. Remember when you went on the wrong episode of So This Is Your Life?
That would be a great bit if, when This Is Your Life was on, if you were on it, just being like, no, I got no idea who this is. I'm sorry. Just everything that comes up.
Yeah.
Doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell.
You've made a mistake.
Where am I?
Oh, you're going to tell me that I'm wrong about the details of my life?
And this is the portion of your life where you suffered a massive accident and got terrible amnesia that wiped your memory of...
This I remember. So, yeah, you got all the stations here. They've cut a lot of music, not a lot, but a fair amount of the music from this and from San Andreas. Not as devastating of a blow as I think people might have been expecting.
Yeah.
A lot of, like, so the Michael Jackson songs are gone, for example. I saw someone saying Video Killed the Radio Star is gone, but I also swear I heard it.
If you had to estimate a number of songs or a percentage of songs that's gone, what would you say, roughly?
Less than 20.
It's still a lot, in my
Percent?
opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Less than 20%, but probably even less than that.
Okay. Less than 20%.
I think
10%.
whatever amount it is, I think the fact that they have not been replaced by new ones,
Yeah.
That's weird.
that's a bit of a cop-out either way, you know? Let's skip this one too.
God, the style is so weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
I really do think that these character models they've missed the mark with, in particular.
So difficult having a rich and powerful father.
So, you know,
But the writing's good.
the writing's been good for 20 years, and I think I do agree that it continues to be okay.
Yep.
We'll drop Mercedes off here, and then we'll do the guns cheat again, and you can have a look at
Yeah.
some of that stuff.
See you around, handsome.
Aw, that's
Oh,
nice.
fuck. It does sound like an old
Yeah.
sound file.
Sounds like a voicemail.
God.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I got off LimeWire.
Yeah, it was mis-subtitled as being by Weird Al Yankovic.
I mean, I never played the originals. I thought maybe the character had like throat cancer and she was using one of those.
Yeah, all of them do.
Okay.
They're all voiced by Michael Douglas.
Screamin' Collins. AR guitars from $199.
Oh, yeah. AR guitars.
So,
I thought that said air guitars. I was like, oh, it's kind of funny. It's a funny joke. Maybe paying $200 for an
For
air
an
guitar.
yeah.
I think it's meant to say air
crazy.
guitars.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it said air guitars in the original.
What?
I'm almost positive it said air guitars.
Yeah, and then you've got Guitar Hank Booth's
Available.
Oh, my God.
Fucking
Available.
hell, man.
Wow.
What's going on here?
Edinburgh, $6.99.
Is it meant to say Tenerife?
Tenerifia.
What's happened here?
Book of the Moth.
Book of the Moth.
Oh my god.
Oh, you know what? Flycatcher, insect espionage. That is a joke.
Oh, it is.
Okay, there you go.
Book of the Moth. I get.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
that makes
but then
sense.
Also, when you're there, boy, it tanks the. Anyway, what else have we got? Let's just make sure.
Yeah.
Wayland surfboards. Everything must go. Going out of business. Sail.
Yep. Nothing out
That's
of
fine.
the ordinary there.
Yep.
Pro ball.
Get more out of your mood.
I think that should be wood.
Yep.
Because this is a golf
yeah.
shop.
Yep.
Yes.
Grr, golfing.
Yeah. Well, everything's GR, AR,
Solid
CD
state
players.
Wi-Fi. Oh, hi-fi.
Hi-Fi.
That's my fault.
CD players. They playing records. Oh
It
yes.
could be. Look at those fucking PB&Js.
Yep.
Yuck.
Lucky Pierre's.
They're from GTA 3.
Okay.
Rockstar video games.
Yep.
Great.
Okay.
Burn, baby, burn.
Summer sale now on. Don't know what it is.
Okay, but it looks fine. I'm positive that's meant to say air guitars.
Yeah, surely.
And
Available.
I don't know
Yeah.
if this is a created memory, but I feel like I remember looking at it as a 13-year-old and being
Yeah.
like,
You smell real.
actually, the real memory is that I'm pretty sure I didn't know air guitar was like a thing, and I learned about air guitars afterwards. I was like, oh, that's a joke.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So,
GTA
Let's
Vice
get
City
a-
taught me how to be weird and play the air guitar.
let's get ourselves some weapons.
His
Where
dad
are
hadn't
we?
sat him down and given him the talk about air guitars yet.
Cars can now fly. Weapon sets. Here we go. Okay.
Look at that guy.
Come on, this is my first night.
Motherfucker, that didn't work. All right.
Hey.
There we
Very
go.
nice.
So,
Cheat activated.
I reckon we're going to have a similar... Oh, that's one of the first-person ones. Fuck you for having a car. This is Grand Theft Auto. Do you reckon it... Our guitars? What are our guitars? Ah! You get it.
Wom.
So you see how, like, have a look at my fingers.
Yep. Beautiful.
There, I've got to aim and then push and then it moves.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You see how it targets? So, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that.
I like targeting at people though. Automatically.
Yeah. Targeting is fine. It was always just a little dodgy in these original GTA games. Like, it would just target the person closest to you generally, which, if you had a bunch of pedestrians and then, like, some people you actually wanted to shoot at was...
Oh yeah, true.
sometimes.
What was the skull pickup on the roof?
That is a rampage.
Oh, that's right.
We could go do that if you want.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe we should
Let's go on a rampage.
fuck some shit up.
They'll never know.
Let's turn into a big
Where was
monkey
it? I
and
didn't
start
know.
trashing the
Back,
building.
back there, and yeah, to the right on the roof of a building.
Tommy's tired. Hold on. Oh, no. Oh, by default, it's that stupid fucking thing where you hammer the X button to sprint.
Oh yeah,
Oh lord.
I still do that in GTA 5. It's just a reflex.
Yeah, I am not a fan of that.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, hey, what did I fucking do? Kill a bunch of people? You
Yeah.
can't prove it.
Max headroom.
Very nice. MTV zone. I think this is how we get up to the roof, by the way. I'm not just...
This cop putting in a very low effort
Yeah.
to apprehend a person who's killed about 6 people.
That cop's putting in low effort. What, did he remaster the GTA trilogy?
Oh my
Hey.
Kill them all! Alright, gang members, huh?
Oh, with a sniper rifle.
Oh, I shouldn't have jumped off the roof then, huh?
Oh yeah, you're gonna get fucked up. Bunch of West Side Story boys.
Yep. Take that, Jets! Sharks forever!
Someone's hitting you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Busted.
So, yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
That's Vice City.
That
Very
is-
similar. The better of the two games between 3 and Vice... Oof.
Ooh.
Wow.
That sort of stuff will happen sometimes too.
But yeah, riding around on a motorbike listening to 80s music is still fun.
Yes, I agree. These games, I think, are still good to this day. I just
Right.
don't know if this is as better of a way to play them as the originals, as it could have easily been.
Yeah.
You know? Developing video games, easy. We'll see you in San Andreas.
But yeah, I think for a company with $1 billion, it seems like a weirdly low effort thing.
Yeah. You know, it's not a weirdly low effort thing. Is the low effort of chilling out with your friends, sitting around, sipping on a little bit of something I like to call, it's a mixture that I came up with.
Yeah.
Gin.
And piss.
And piss.
You've been pushing that for a while, that mixture.
It's good. With my mind on piss and piss on my mind.
Grove Street Games, the version is done by.
Yes, they are the people who made the mobile ports, I believe, and the 360 port that was based off the mobile port that everyone hated. Right. So it's not crazy that this is the way it is.
Yeah.
And look, I should be clear, these aren't broken, I don't think. You know, they're not like terrible in that way where that can sometimes happen with like the Warcraft 3 remaster, for example, where they actually kind of wreck features. I don't believe that is the case with these games. And as you can see, San Andreas still the nicest of the bunch to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy what they put out in the span of like, I think 3 years from release of 3 to San Andreas.
Fuck, yeah, that's wild. Sprunk.
Yeah, it does make me feel sprunk. So yeah, you got San Andreas here. It's California. And I remember it being huge and sprawling at the time.
Yeah, yes, me too.
It was enormous. Instead of one city, you had 3. I'm not going to answer my phone. I'm bringing a millennial sensibility to 1992.
I want to hear the voice
Okay.
file.
I want to eat some Cocoa Pops.
Sweet. Hey, what's up?
Since you've been away, shit has changed around here. Grove Street families ain't big no more. Seville Boulevard families and Triple Drive families are beefing.
So I don't know if you remember what Sweet sounded like, but I don't know if it was that. Fuck you, Sweet. Okay, here we go. So let's get ourselves a...
Gunned up.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking a jet.
Oh, yes.
Let me just scroll through these fucking cheats here.
Benny and the Jets.
God damn it.
Roll over, DJ.
We can get ourselves a helicopter's good.
All right. I'll pay it.
Yep.
Reluctantly, I'll pay it.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
We'll just get... I couldn't find the jet one, but this is a good second best. And I want to show you what the skies of San Andreas look like today. Let me tell you, it's not as big as I remember. When we get up here, you'll see. There's Mount Chiliad?
Yeah.
There's Las Venturas.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There's the desert.
I loved having the Vegas city.
It was, yeah.
It's a shame that it's not in 5.
Absolutely, yeah. 5 kind of does this kind of island, right?
Yeah.
And skip San Fierro and Las Venturas and all this desert and stuff, which was such a cool thing about San Andreas. And you can see here with the draw distance being improved, it's a lot smaller of a map than I remember it being.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
This looks like the size of the Fortnite map.
Yeah.
Yes.
And look at just like those shitty houses down below us there. The way, like, I'm just really surprised by, I mean, I know it's a PS2 game and this is a remaster, not a remake or anything, but like, I've been surprised by the level of quality that they've decided to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not...
This looks like it's been made in the Kramer engine because there's a lot of pop in.
He pops in.
Yeah.
I get it.
Famously.
Why is there popping in a 2021 remaster of a game that costs $100?
Right, and less poppin' than there was on the PS2, I think. But
yeah, of course, yeah.
It's still there. And like, I remember you used to, when you were flying a jet around in San Andreas on the PS2, you'd be crashing into trees because they'd be showing up out of nowhere.
Yeah, true, yeah.
This isn't that different, honestly.
Yeah.
Look at those fucking buildings.
Yeah.
With 3 PlayStations in the future.
Yeah.
Like, 14-year-old me playing San Andreas back then and imagining what a PS5 San Andreas would have been like, would have been picturing something different than this and GTA 5 again.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know why it's gone so dark.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, I'm afraid of the dark, so I'd rather just... Oh, imagine if I... God damn it, I was so close.
So good.
You're going to jail, Mac Daddy.
Going to jail.
Going to jail, Big Daddy.
You passed out after that fall.
Oh, I'm feeling a bit faint.
Oh my god, that was so scary.
I thought I was going to go to jail.
Must have had low blood sugar when I fell out of that plane.
San Andreas at the time, I think, was maybe my favorite game that had ever been put out.
Wow.
I think I agree, yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So I am like, I would love to replay these again. I don't. It's a bit of a shame that the package that they're in is underwhelming.
I am wondering though, like, if you're just in it and you're playing it all the way through from the start, you probably adjust and get used to it. Especially, I mean, maybe playing it on the Switch. I don't know how they run on that, but maybe being on a console that is lower powered and having it handheld would be the way to do it.
Possibly.
Because it is like, I'm just playing a handheld game. They don't, it doesn't look as good as it does on a PS5 on a TV, but that's because it's a handheld. Maybe that is kind of the best way to experience it. I don't know.
Could be. I think if I get into these, using the classic controls, which is an option, might be the way to go, because I am finding the new controls not to be a huge improvement,
right?
And then also a little disorienting, just because I did play these at the time.
Yeah.
But I think you kind of get an idea of what we're looking at here. With it itches up and shit
Whoa.
like that plenty of the time. It's yeah.
That's the weirdest part about it to me.
Yeah.
All the disappointments are technical, I guess, because it's a remaster of good games. But it's a shame that the controls and the visuals are just not quite what I think they could have relatively...
I mean, if it was a full ground-up remake and it had these little technical things on day one, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's a bit of a shame, but I guess they'll maybe patch that or tweak that, but this isn't that.
No.
The fact that it's so visibly running that PS2 game underneath all of this on some level, you know what I mean? That really makes it confusing and disappointing. But good game still, probably not worth this price in this package.
No.
But there's plenty of ways to play these games, except for the ways that Rockstar took off of stores because this was coming in.
It seems like wait till they get split into 3 and wait for those to go on sale. Because, it seems
there was someone in that car the whole time. So we've just been mucking around at this, kind of showing people. I hope that this is a good indication and a useful...
Yeah, I think so. We showed some missions, some cutscenes, some flying around.
We often try and make videos that are a public service. But today, that's what we've done. Yeah. You're welcome, everyone.
Kids, we also need to talk about drugs. They're so much fun. No, they're not. They're not. They're bad. Oh, fuck!
Wow.
Who's that?
Well, they're coming for you.
Yeah.
Boaty McBoatface. Stop him, Adam.
Oh, is it the cops?
It is, I think.
But you don't have any things.
Or maybe it just said...
It's just a guy who wanted to kill you.
Well, this is America. There you go. Look at that water.
Yeah.
Not great.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's not too bad.
But there's nothing underneath.
It's one of the best looking things in it, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's because Unreal has already programmed that.
Yeah.
I guess he's not swimming. There we go. That's something else I found. Is sometimes the button prompts won't work. Anyway, like those jellyfish, we're going to go hang out. Tentacles out.
In a river.
We'll see you another time. But that's the GTA Definitive Edition Trilogy. Maybe.
C+.